Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make Dusty Depot from the game Fortnite. I have had this request so many times I can't even count, so I finally decided to break down and do this for you guys. And if you do enjoy this video, please do remember to hit that like button, and if you do enjoy it enough to hit that like, please share it with a friend. I'd really appreciate that, because if this video does well, maybe I'll do some more Fortnite stuff for you guys. It's one of the most requested topics between my two channels, so let's see how this does. But without any further ado, let's get rolling. So before we begin, I can tell you that we will require every single one of these materials that I have in both my hotbar and my inventory right now, and we might even need a couple more of them because sometimes I forget, but these are most of what we will be needing. And just to point them out, because some of the blocks, you know, you can't easily tell by looking, we have red concrete, iron bars, stone, diamond shovel, that you can use any shovel, stone brick stairs, stone brick slabs, stone slabs, blue concrete, white concrete, grey concrete, light grey stained glass, and some cyan terracotta. So please pause the video if necessary, make sure that you have every single one of these, and once you do have these, you can begin. So, I can also tell you that Dusty Depot requires a 57 block by a 31 block area to make. So, if you are building this in your world and you want a better idea of where it's going to be, I would suggest making this grid. And if you do make the grid, you want to begin on the front left-hand corner of the grid, which is here, and you want to count to the right from the corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to count inwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then that way, if you've made the grid, you started in the same place, we're now building in the same place. So that's why we've just done that. And on top of this block, I want you to place 2 stone bricks. 1, 2. Go right of the second stone brick by 2 using stone brick slabs, the upper half of it. 1, 2. Then place a white concrete block, and then go to the right by 5 using stone slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place a white concrete block, and then place 2 stone brick slabs. 1, 2. A stone brick, and connect that brick down to the ground. I then want you to leave a gap of 4 in the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I want you to place on this 5th block going right, I want you to place a stone brick, 1 on top. Place 2 stone brick slabs going right of the second stone brick, 1, 2. Then a white concrete, 5 stone slabs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then a white concrete, 2 stone brick slabs, 1, 2, a stone brick, connect that down to the ground, leave a gap of 4 in the ground, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. So this 5th block, I want you to place a stone brick, 1 on top, place 2 stone brick slabs going right, that's 1, 2. Then place a white concrete, extend the white concrete right by 5 using stone slabs, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then place a white concrete, 2 stone brick slabs, 1, 2. Then a stone brick, and connect that down to the ground. Now, what we have done there is we have done the bases of all of the warehouses. That is what I'll call these things, like warehouses. So once you have done that, we are now that we've got a good idea of where they're all going to be and stuff, we're going to focus on them individually, I think. So let's come all the way over to this left one, okay? We're going to start over here. And we're going to begin by placing in front of the stone slabs, we want to actually place a row of stone brick stairs in front of the stone slabs that we have in between the 2 white concretes. And we also want to place stone brick stairs on the ground in front of those stairs. We also want to build up a row of stone slabs that are left and right of the stone brick stairs, and they just want to sit nicely next to these stone brick stairs like this. It's actually a little bit easier to show you like this. They want to sit either side of the stone brick stairs, and they just want to be level with them and slowly come down to the ground like this. And in the ground, we want to destroy in between them and connect them together using some stone bricks as well. So that is the small ramp that you would have whilst climbing into each one of the warehouses. What I also want to do is I want to take the white concrete blocks and I want to extend them upwards by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the same here also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I want to connect these together, these 5th blocks. I want to place a grey concrete coming inwards from both sides, a glass coming inwards from both sides, grey concrete in the middle. I'm also going to place grey concrete directly underneath, with stone slabs underneath the grey concrete. And in front of the top of this, I want to place an entire row of stone brick slabs like this. We're going to build up to the left and right of this. We're going to use blue concrete. So I'm just going to build up left and right of this. I'm going to use blue concrete. I want to make the blue concrete as high as the door to the warehouse. Like this. We now have to stack some more blue concrete on top. It's quite easy. You leave a gap of 2 on the left and a gap of 2 on the right, and you place a row of blue concrete on top of everything that you've made. You want to do this once more. It's the same methodology. You leave 2 blocks on the left and 2 blocks on the right, and you place your blue concrete like this, slowly coming up to, well, it's kind of like a point, but not really. It's kind of like a very small pyramid, but a really bad one. So once you have done that, what do we want to do next? Well, I want you to come behind the warehouse, and I want you to take the very left side of the warehouse and the very right side of the warehouse, where we have the stone bricks. It's very, very important, these stone bricks here. And I want you to extend these stone bricks backwards using stone brick slabs, and I want you to place a row of 11 coming backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the same on the opposite side also. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is what we have. I want you to connect the 11th blocks down to the ground to form stone bricks. Like this. And then we're going to extend them inwards, these stone bricks, by 2 using these stone brick slabs. So that'll look like 1, 2, 1, 2. Like this. We're then going to place white concrete inwards from this and join them together using a row of stone slabs. You guys might see where this is going. We're basically copying what we have on the front of the build. So next, we want to have a ramp, which means we want to place stone brick stairs in front of the stone slabs like this. And then place a row of stone brick stairs on the ground in front of those. We then want to build stone slabs up, left and right of the stairs. And we want to build these stone slabs in a fashion so that they very slowly join to the ground in a neat pattern like this. We want to destroy between the lower 2 rows of grass, and we want to replace them with stone bricks like this. And that is so far a copy of what we have on the front of the warehouse. The next part is quite simple because we want to literally copy what we have over there onto here, which means on top of the white concrete blocks, I want you to place 5 additional white concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the same on the opposite side. We're going to join them together in the middle by placing grey concrete inwards from the white. Then a glass in between. And a grey in between that. Grey concrete underneath all of that. Stone slabs underneath all of that. And then stone brick slabs in front of the top of all of that. Blue concrete is going to go left and right of the door until the blue concrete itself is as high as the door itself. Just like this. We then want to place 2 rows of blue on top of this, leaving a gap of 2 on both the left and the right sides respectively. So 2, 2, and then once more we leave a gap of 2 on the left and the right to give us this. Looks kind of like a happy robot. Now, once you have done that, we want to join the sides of the warehouses together. We're going to use rows of blue concrete until we have 2 walls, one on the left, one on the right, that are as high as the walls that you have on both the front and the back of the warehouses. So, slowly build them up until they are as high as each other. So, you can see exactly what I'm getting up to right now, until they are as high as each other. That's perfect. The next thing that we're going to do is the roof. It's very simple. We're going to take stone slabs, and you can do this on the front or the back, it doesn't matter. Place a stone slab on the very left of either the front or the back of the warehouse, and the stone slab wants to be at the left top of the side. Extend the stone slab 1 row towards you, and then right, up, right, up, right, up, right, up, right, up, like that. And then we want to go right, 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 down, right, down, right, down, right, down, right, down, extend off. You'll end up with a shape that looks very much like that. And then we are going to extend all of these slabs forwards. So we're going to extend these slabs forwards. And we don't have to do every single one of them, but I want you to extend the stone slabs, at least for the outer part of the roof, forwards until those stone slabs that we just discussed are in line with the front of the warehouse, and they want to overhang the warehouse by 1 row, as you can see me doing here. So the roof is very, very simple. However, it is slightly tedious. So once more, extend all of the outer stone slabs towards the front of the warehouse, making sure that they do indeed overhang. And once you have finished the task of extending every single one of the outer stone slabs, once again, you don't have to do the lower ones, then they just want to sit in front of the warehouse by 1 row. And we will be joining them together once we have reached this point right here. And I'm just going to join all of these together like this, just underneath. They all want to be like touching each other like that. They don't want to just be by themselves. And you'll end up with something that should look like this. Now, it's also important that there are holes in the roof to make it a little bit more like the game. So on the left side of the roof and right side of the roof, we're going to be making holes in the roof. And if you start from the front left-hand corner of the roof, here, and you count inwards by 1, 2, and then if you count upwards by 1, 2, delete that, delete left, and delete above, like that. So you've got a 2 by 2 hole. Leave a row of 2 going backwards, so like, leave 2 gaps, and then do the same, like delete a 2x2 square. Leave a gap of 2 again, and then delete a 2x2 square, just like this. And we want to do the same on the opposite side of the roof. So on the opposite side of the roof, you start from one of the corners, count inwards by 1, 2, and then up by 1, 2, delete, and above, and to the right. And you'll see it's actually the same on the opposite side as well, like it's in the same level. And we're going to leave a gap of 2, destroy the same, and a gap of 2, and destroy the same, like this. So we have something which should look exactly like that. Now, the next thing that we're going to do, once we have done that, is we are going to add a little bit of detail around the base of the warehouse. So for instance, and this is easier to add in afterwards, and the reason why is because it involves a lot of stairs, and it's hard to place stairs onto anything. It's hard to position stairs without placing them onto something. So, like where you have the entrances on the warehouse, and we have the stone brick slabs, I want to destroy both slabs, and I want to replace them with facing each other upside down stone brick stairs, like this. So it creates a little archway. Very small amount of detail, but you want to do this everywhere else. And once again, the reason that we didn't start off by doing that is because it's easier after the fact. Because stairs, you guys know how awkward stairs are. You play this game, it's so annoying to position stairs at the best of times, never mind when you've got nothing to place them on. So we want to have that all the way around. And not only that, but on the sides of the warehouse, we want to destroy the 2 first stone brick slabs coming inwards on both sides, and then we want the same pattern, like a facing each other upside down stone brick stairs on both like the left and the right, like this. Next to the back inward stairs, we're going to place a row of stone bricks that comes down to the ground, like this. And then inwards from those stone brick stairs, stone bricks, we're going to place upside down stone brick stairs, both facing inwards, like that. So you can see it looks a little bit better, and once more, it's easier to do it this way around, trust me. And then if we come to the opposite side here, then you want to do the same thing. So you delete the first 2, and then place an upside down stone brick stairs coming inwards from both sides like this. I goofed there, but coming inwards from both sides like this. And then we're going to place stone bricks inwards from the stone brick stairs, just like that. And then we're going to place stone brick stairs coming inwards from the stone bricks, like this. And once you have done that, we will have added quite a lot of detail to our warehouse. Now, once you have done that, you might also want to add a floor to the warehouse. But here's the thing, I think a cool floor involves a bit of grass path, right? That's the reason I've actually left the bottom of this open, is because I like the idea of adding a little bit of grass path underneath the actual warehouses, and it's hard to do that if it's all covered up. It's actually really difficult to get underneath here. I think it really makes a cool difference to the warehouses themselves by adding a little bit of grass path in all of these, like this. You add a little bit of grass path. It will take a little while, but once you have like completely filled in the bottom, like this, we're going to add a floor, stone brick slabs, stone slabs, as long as it's half a block. It wants to be a slab that we're using, and it should be fairly obvious, hopefully, where to place those slabs. And then you've got a really cool texture for underneath all of the buildings, or where, you know, whatever you, I think it's a warehouse. I'm pretty sure, a depot, you know, I'm pretty sure these are warehouses. But you want to, and once you have done that, and you'll see in a second, once you have filled the floor in, like this, if you come outside, then you can see it, which is cool. And we just want to go around the base of the warehouse, and we just want to edge it out using the shovel to create grass path connecting together underneath as well, like this, as much as you can see it. So a little bit there as well, just as much as you can see. Here, here, and here as well. So it definitely looks better. And we're also going to add some grass path in the 4 corners, like this. So like, we're going to add some grass path in the 4 corners that looks like that. It's kind of difficult to explain, kind of like, you know, a staircase sort of shape. But like, you you grass a path in the corner, then right by 2, down by 2, in the center, like that. And it kind of just rounds things off a little bit. It's nice, I like how it looks. And then we're going to go to the opposite side here, and we're going to do the same. Like, you get the corner, left 2, forwards 2, 1 in the corner. And then corner, forwards 2, right 2, 1 in the corner. Like that. So that's pretty cool, right? And what else can we do? Well, actually, you know what? There's really not that much more to the warehouses themselves. That's pretty much the warehouse. And we can't really progress onto the next bit without doing any of the other 2 warehouses. But here's my predicament, guys. The other 2 warehouses are identical to the first warehouse, except the middle warehouse is made out of cyan terracotta instead of blue concrete. And the end warehouse on there, the right side, is made out of red concrete instead of blue concrete or the cyan terracotta. So what I want you to do is I want you to build the other 2 warehouses. Bear in mind, they are identical to the first one that we have just built. I'm going to leave a timestamp on the screen right now. If you need help building the other 2 warehouses, go back to that time in the video and it will go through step by step how to recreate the first warehouse, except use the right color. For the middle warehouse, we will be using cyan terracotta, and for the end warehouse, a red concrete. But it is the exact same, ladies and gentlemen. We start from the same point at that time in the video. I am going to build both warehouses off of recording right now, because we've already done it once. I don't want this video to be really long. And once we have all built 3 warehouses, we can then connect them together and add a little bit of scenery around them. So once more, go to that point in the video if you want to make the other 2 warehouses. It's the same thing, different color, and then we can both continue on. I'll be back in just a second. And here we are. So this is all 3 of the warehouses complete. It took quite a while to put these together. I have made them exactly the same as the first warehouse. Exactly the same. I've done the exact same stuff to these 2 as I did to that one. So, I imagine that you are still working on these, so please, pause the video, make sure that you have the other 2 warehouses made. If you need help, go back to that point in time that I timestamped in the video, and once you have reached this point right here in which you have these 2 warehouses done, you've got all 3 of them made just like me, they're all the same, then you can hit play. And I'm also going to request that you guys grab all of these materials that you can see in my inventory as well. I don't think that we actually had light grey concrete at the start of this video, so I do apologise. If you don't want to use it, a good substitute is cyan terracotta. You don't have to use the light grey concrete if you don't want to. But grab all of these and we can crack on. So the first thing I want to do is I want to connect the 3 warehouses together. And I'm going to do it using iron bars. I'm going to come to the middle parts of the warehouse where they actually like face each other, not on the ends. And I want to take the inner pair of stone bricks that we have here, like this pair and this pair, and I want to join them together using iron bars, like this. So I'm going to place 3 rows of iron bars like this, joining the left warehouse to the right warehouse, or the left warehouse to the middle warehouse, like this. And I'm going to do the same on the back as well. Like, I want to take these two rows and I want to join them together using rows of iron bars, coming all the way up like this, joining the left warehouse to the middle warehouse like that. And I want to do the same on the opposite side here, so joining the middle and the right, I want to place rows of 3 iron bars in between them, just as you can see me doing now. And the rows of 3 iron bars, they just come up a little bit higher than the stone bricks that we are attaching them to, just like this. And once you've done that, you'll end up with an effect that looks like that, which is a little bit more accurate. Now, once you have done that, I want you to grab the white concrete. And I want you to come to the middle warehouse, but I want you to be kind of in front of it. So if you've made this grid in your world, I want you to line up with the grid, and I want you to line up with both the grid and the edge of the warehouse. So can you see where those stone bricks are? On the grid, I want you to place a white concrete here. And I also want you to move a little left, and you see where the right side of the warehouse is. On the grid, I want you to place a white concrete. So you can see how that corresponds. And I want you to do the same on the right side. So where you have the edge of the warehouse on the right side, follow it all the way to the grid, place a white concrete. And the same here as well. So where you have that, the left side of the red warehouse, I want you to place a white concrete here too. So you can see how that is all paced out together. If you haven't made the grid, I can tell you that the white concretes are 1, 2, hang on, let's start from over here. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they're on the 10th block. So there is a 9 block gap between the warehouse and the white concretes in these positions. Add another white concrete on top of all of the white concretes like this. And then place iron bars between the right pair of white concretes and the left pair of white concretes. You don't want to do it in between them, however. So iron bars between the left pair and the right pair. And I'm going to run a row of light grey concrete going left of the left row of white concrete, and I'm going to follow along the grid that I've created, and I'm going to place a light grey concrete probably about there or so towards the back end of the warehouse. And I'm going to place stone brick slabs on top of it. These do not have to be precise dimensions or what have you. So if you haven't made the grid, I'm not going to give you any measurements, but you can kind of see like how much space you should be leaving in between the warehouses and the wall that we're creating, and how far back we have made the wall, which is, it lines up nicely with that row of stone bricks. And we're going to do the same on the opposite side too. So on the opposite side, I'm going to place a row of light grey concrete. It's going to sit on top of the grid right here, and then it's going to come a bit backwards as well. It's going to come about as far back, it could even be different on this side, as far back as there, and then I'm going to place the stone bricks on top of it, and it's just eventually going to connect back to the front gate of Dusty Depots. So I want to have something which should look like that, which is looking pretty good if I do say so. Now the only thing that we have left to do, and this is a very, very tedious job by the way, it's horrible to do, but it's, you know, it really does make quite a bit of difference. I'm going to delete all of the grass inside of the grid. So just to give you a bit of perspective, can you see how much grass is there? Yeah, that's a lot of grass. I'm going to delete all that, and I'm going to replace it with stone, and then that will be done. That will be Dusty Depot done. So I've got a very large job to do. I'm not going to do this on recording because I think that you guys can manage to do it no problem. Just remove the grass, replace it with stone in the parameters of the grid, and then once I've done that, I'll be back and we will have Dusty Depot 100% completely made. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Once you have completely removed all of the grass from Dusty Depot and replaced it with stone, you will be left with something that should look exactly like this. And that is the tutorial complete. I do hope that you guys have managed to make this all right. If you have, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really does help me and the channel out very, very much. It really does. And if you have enjoyed the content enough to like the video, please share it with a friend. Sharing is caring, it really is. If you would like to keep up to date with the channel and maybe check out some more Fortnite builds that I have planned for the future, please subscribe and click the little bell next to the subscription button. That's very, very important too. And what is it that you would exactly like to see in the Fortnite genre? Like, what builds do you want to see from Fortnite? Exactly, because I do have a few ideas, but I want to know what you guys want to see. I'm not going to make absolutely everything, but if there's something that keeps cropping up and over and over and over again, I'd definitely like to hear it. And if you do want to check out anything else, I have a Fortnite playlist that you can find very easily in the card system and the description below, but I also have plenty of other tutorials that you might be able to see. You might be able to see some of the stuff that you'd be able to make on the channel nice and easily. That's in the card system and the description below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you very, 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 very much for all the support that you've been giving my second channel. I do really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.